Hey everybody, Eric, Chesapeake Customs. Today, I'm going to show you how to easily fix a problem that every woodworker has. Anybody that has a clamp has this issue. And I've seen quite a few different ways to solve it, but I think this is probably the easiest way. So what is that problem that's an enormous pain in the ass to all woodworkers? Well, it's this. Every woodworker has this issue where they get glue that ends up gumming up their clamps, and if you're not vigilant about getting it off or protecting it from the get-go, it becomes a nightmare eventually. And then you have problems, being able to tighten your clamp because it gets caught up on all the glue, and it's just a nightmare. So today I'm going to show you how to, I think, get that off without having to go through all the rigmarole of some of the other methods of removing that. So here we go. Stay tuned. One of the things I tried to do to protect my clamps from the glue mess on my the shaft of the clamp was to put some painter's tape on there. And the goal was, I'll just put some painter's tape on and I'll take it off after every project I do. Clearly, that didn't occur. So what happens is when you go to try to use this again, it gets caught up on the tape. After a while, the tape gets really stuck to the metal and it becomes a shit show trying to get this off. So while this does solve the problem, you've got to be extremely vigilant in removing it after every project. And I don't know if you're like me, but by the time I'm done with a project that requires this on a mass production scale, the last thing I'm going to do is go back and take the tape off. So again, while it does work and it prevents the glue from sticking, it is rather cumbersome to do. So I'm just going to assume that people just don't use this and have glue on their dry glue on their clamps, and we're just going to go from there. So to give you an idea of what's involved in this, I've seen a couple of different videos where guys are using vinegar and they're taking off the head unit of the clamp, and they're removing the base of the clamp, and they're putting just the shaft into a tube of PVC, sorry, tubing filled with vinegar, and they let it sit there, and then I guess the theory is eventually the glue will become soft and you can just take the glue off. The problem with that is it's messy. You got to have these tubes of PVC with their couplings on the bottom sitting around, or you have to make a stand for them to sit in. Again, that's more space. If you're like me, I've got very limited space in my shop, so that's more space that I don't need to have wasted. The other thing is that does is it turns your clamps, it turns into a patina type, and it darkens the shaft of the clamp. Now, it doesn't do any damage to it, but again, why go through that whole nightmare when what I'm going to show you is so much easier? So here we go. So what's my solution? Well, here it is. Here's my solution, and I believe this is extremely simple. All you need is a drill, impact driver, whatever the hell you want to call it, and this medieval torture device. Basically, it's a wire brush. And all you do is you take this brush and you just drive it across the shaft of your clamp. So I'm going to show you how I do it. Here we go. So I'm going to do a little before and after. So this is the clamp. I wanted you to see. This one actually isn't that bad. I had one that I did earlier that was a lot less destroyed, but you can see, that this is pretty bad. I mean, it's just got glue all over it because I'm lazy. It's got glue dripping down the sides of it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you this picture before I actually get into the process. All I'm doing is I'm applying moderate pressure to the clamp with the steel wire brush. but not gouging it in. And you're going to actually, you are going to see some of the sanding marks, if you will, that are left over, but they don't do any damage to your clamp. So let me just continue to show you how I'm doing this. Okay, once we do the sides of the clamp, then all I do is go over the threads of it on the top and the back side, and just basically go just like this, and you can see it picking up that glue right off the thread. You're not doing any damage to the threads whatsoever. You can see what that looks like. Okay, so I just ran across with the steel wool brush, and you can see, look at that. You can see how clean that is. Almost brought back a little bit of a shine to it. There's the threaded side, the front, and the threaded side back. I mean, you can tell there is no glue left on there, none. So the only step left is, the one thing I did like about some of the other stuff that I've seen is that to put some wax on the threads to keep the glue from sticking in the future. So let's go ahead and do that. So I go ahead and use this Johnson's, sorry about that, this Johnson's wet paste wax, because it's the only stuff I'm aware of. I just put a little bit on there. And then just wipe it on your clamp. You don't want to put a huge amount on there, but you want to get enough on there so you can feel it. And you want to do all four sides of your clamp as well. So you want to do the sides, the front, and the back. That's better. I didn't major in cinematography, obviously. So here we go. And then one more side. And that's it. One point I do want to make about the clamps. I mostly use the Bessie parallel clamps. I just like them the best. But I also happen to have, well, the Jet parallel clamps with the trigger mechanism here. And on the Jet mechanism, or the Jet clamps, they have this graduated scale, this I don't know, what it's inches, whatever it is, that's etched on here. When you do the wire wheel cleaning of this that I showed you, it will erase those etch marks. But again, I don't know who uses those. I certainly don't, but and I don't know anybody else that does. But if you can see that where the etching has been sanded off. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that that was one of the side effects of the wire wheel on that particular brand of clamp. The regular Bessie don't have any of those type of etch marks on the side, so you don't have to worry about it. But again, I don't know anybody that uses that scale or that measuring for what they're clamping anyway. They just have a finite thing they've got to clamp, and they clamp it. So, so that's that. So finally, I just want to show you, this is one that has not been done yet, and I mean, it's, you know, everybody deals with this crap. It's getting hung up on the glue. It's just, got to get that done. And then I want to show you the one that I just did, where I applied the wax, sanded everything off. It looks nice. Look at this. Smooth as butter. Anyway, that's that. So as you can see, it's a pretty effective method, and it doesn't have to. You don't have to have a bunch of mess and white vinegar and all this other crap laying around. It's just very simple. It takes one little wire wheel and a cordless drill. Hey everybody, that's it. I hope you liked it. I hope you found this informative. I hope it saves you some time in headache in dealing with the glue on clamps, which there's not a woodworker that does any woodwork of any value that does not have glue on their clamps. But pro tip, put wax on your clamps as soon as you get them out of the box brand new. It will avoid a lot of this problem. Anyway, hope you liked it. Please subscribe if you did. I'm trying to get this little channel off the ground. This is my second video, and I'm hoping to grow this and help other woodworkers the way other woodworkers have helped me. Appreciate it. Have a great day. See you on the next one.